Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Watches and Wealth, where I make watch and wealth orientated videos. In this video I break down 5 Rolex brand collaborations you may not know about. Rolex used to co-brand quite frequently, with the likes of freight companies and food stores. The crown is fiercely protected nowadays though, with only a few exceptions put onto the Rolex dial. With that being said, let's get into number 5. Number 5, Rolex and Domino's Pizza. In 1977, Domino's Pizza founder and CEO Tom Monaghan gave his watch off his wrist to the highest franchise owner at Domino's. "Turn in $20,000 sales in a week and I'll give you a watch," he proclaimed to his franchisee manager. His business partner did, and he gave him a watch. This started a trend where Tom began giving away Seiko, Hermes tires, and eventually Rolex Air Kings with Domino's stamped on them. These were initially given out to franchise owners who turned in $20,000 in sales in 1 week at Domino's, incentivizing his workers with these unique gifts. Once the task started becoming more attainable and Rolex's notoriety and price increased, he started raising the stakes to acquire this Domino's Rolex. This watch has garnered split opinions, as some people hate the fact a cheap fast food pizza chain is displayed across a luxury watch brand. Others appreciate its uniqueness. It's unknown how many are out there. From my observation, there are 3 varieties: Rolex Air King 1400 34mm, Rolex Oyster 116000 with Domino's on the bracelet, and Rolex Air King 1400 with the logo straight/fitted. You can pick these watches up from eBay, Chrono24, and auction sites. Moving on to number 4 of 5 Rolex collaborations you may not know about. Number 4, Rolex and Coca-Cola. This Coca-Cola collaboration watch was given to a Coca-Cola company employee for a quarter century of work. Not to be mistaken for the GMT Master II Rolex, commonly called the Rolex Coke. This version had Coca-Cola on the dial and was commonly paired with Rolex Air Kings and Rolex Datejusts. Here we have the Rolex Air King reference 5500. These watches were known to be given out in the 1960s and 70s to loyal Coca-Cola employees. The 2 Coca-Cola dial variations I found are 25 years service Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Precision, which are very scarce and hard to find nowadays. You can also find these variations on eBay and Chrono24. Jumping on to Rolex number 3 on the list is Rolex and Pull Intradrill. The Rolex and Pull Intradrill collaborations were quite rare, although not as sought after as Rolex Domino's and Rolex Coke. These watches were produced in the late 1970s and then into the early 1980s. For Pull Intradrill, an oil servicing company, this company supplied the labour, rigs, and etc. to the big named oil companies. These watches were given to Pull Intradrill employees often as safety awards for conducting themselves well and being safety-free in a high-risk role. Rig managers and other personnel in charge of safety management will be given the Rolex Air King with their names engraved into the caseback, along with a certificate of commendation. Coming in at number 2 on the list, we have Rolex and Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie is an American supermarket chain operating in the southern part of the US. Originally opened by William Davis in 1925, Winn-Dixie's management team presented this watch to its employees in the Protective Maintenance Program. This version were awarded to employees for 10 years behind the wheel without any incidents. You may also notice the Winn-Dixie silhouette is a truck. This collaboration also came with the 10 years safe maintenance and safe driver dials in the later years. These watches were given out as Rolex Air King models. Again, these watches are rare, but not as sought after as the formers. And you can still acquire these and the Rolex Pull Intradrill watches on eBay and Chrono24. My number 1 on the list for Rolex collaborations you might not know about, cue the drum roll, is Rolex and AB Trucking. The GMT Master reference 1675, made in the late 1970s, bearing the matte black dial just above the 6 o'clock index, possessed the AB logo. This co-branded logo is abbreviated from Arkansas Best Corporation, which was a local freight hauler located in Fort Smith, Arkansas. This company formed in 1966 and in 1972 became a public company listed in the New York Stock Exchange. It is speculative that the firm gave these AB logo Rolex GMT Masters examples to its most loyal and longest surfing personnel. And that concludes 5 Rolex brand collaborations you might not know about. Thanks for watching. Click the links to follow and watch my watch reviews and topic videos.